I'm Paul Levinson, and welcome to Light On, Light Through, episode 326. I'm finally back here with my review of The Man Who Fell to Earth, episode 1.9. That was on Showtime last Sunday. And let me start by saying I was right about two important developments, two things I pointed out in my review of episode 1.8. And of course, spoilers will follow. Number one, Lisa is ultimately in the employ of Newton. In the last scene, Bill Nighy never looked better in the role and more like David Bowie, which is one and the same thing and a very good thing to see. Two, Josiah survived. But in a sad touch, that does make perfect sense. He lost all of his Athenian qualities and is back on the road to soon dying, as now he is completely human. I'm hoping Faraday gets a chance to give him some more of his essence before the finale ends. Some other points. I was really glad to see Lisa kill Spencer. He was one despicable character. And Edie turns out to be a tough character after all, pushing her ill father over a cliff. I don't know why I'm laughing about that. It wasn't funny. After he tells her that he's leaving the company to her brother Hatch. This has to serve some purpose in the finale, which I'm eager to see. And now I'll make a typical plea. I'd like to see a second season of this series. It's been compelling and original, a difficult thing for a sequel in which the actor who played the original character can't be on the screen because he's no longer with us. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a series quite like this one, and I, for one, would very much welcome more. And I hope you enjoyed that review of The Man Who Fell to Earth, episode 1.9. As I said in my review, coming up in a few days is what I hope is just the season finale, episode 1.10. We did see in the very first episode, I'm sure you'll recall, Faraday standing up there dressed to the gills. I don't know, is that an expression? Dressed to the 8 and 9s. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but he was really very well dressed, I guess addressing the world. So I'm sure we'll see more of that in the finale. And I'll certainly be reviewing that. Hey, I still owe you a review of, let's see, I owe you a review of a lot of different things. I do owe you a review of For All Mankind. As a matter of fact, it's going to be on tomorrow. Today is Thursday. I'll see. I may just review last week's episode and the new episode in one podcast. And again, lots of great new science fiction percolating. Westworld is back in action. I reviewed the first episode a few days ago. The second episode will be on HBO this Sunday night. I'll be reviewing that for sure. And of course, in the next couple of days, the new episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds and the new episode of The Orville. And speaking of those two shows, if you have a chance, listen to Joel McKinnon's latest episode of his Selden Crisis podcast. He and I talk about Star Trek, The Orville, Isaac Asimov, all kinds of good things. So lots of exciting science fiction out there, up there. I'll be reviewing as much of it as I can. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sound, and keep doing whatever you can to help those brave people of Ukraine. They're putting up such a good fight against Putin's monstrous horde of invaders.
The Light on Light Through podcast.
Athens, 2042 AD. She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Sierra Waters had read once that, years ago, it was thought that men made love for the thrill, while women made love for the sense of connection it gave them.
Curled Up with a Good Book says, Sierra Waters is sexy as hell. You can find out more about The Plot to Save Socrates by Paul Levinson at theplottoSaveSocrates.com.
Paul Levinson's Silk Code, about an ancient biotech war raging on in secret for centuries.